We present a sampling-based approach to correlation classification for time-varying volume data. Shown here is a climate simulation dataset provided by the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration. The simulation covers tropical regions around the Earth's equator for a period of 100 years. We study two variables, temperature and salinity, and examine their correlations patterns. I'll first talk about how we compute the correlation. Given a specified reference location, the temperature time series at this location can be correlated with the temperature time series at all other locations. Each reference location has a corresponding 3D spatial correlation volume. A correlation volume has the same size as the original volume. When the reference location moves, the correlation volume changes as well. Since the number of correlation volumes could equal the number of voxels, it would be difficult for a user to exhaustively examine them to detect connections and infer the correlation pattern. In this work, we describe a sampling-based approach for studying the correlation patterns in time-varying multivariate datasets. Our goal is to provide a static view that captures the essence of correlation relationships. In order to reduce computation time, it is necessary to select samples for correlation calculation. In the first step, we incorporate climate scientists' knowledge into sample selection. In this application, voxels near the equator and sea surface are more important. Therefore, we utilize a Gaussian function along the latitude and an exponential function along the depth. The regions near the equator and sea surface have higher probability values. This figure shows 2,000 samples that were selected based on the probability distribution. To build the similarity matrix, both of the two axes must follow a 1D ordering of the selected 3D samples. We traverse the 3D samples using a Hilbert space-filling curve, which ensures that spatially close samples in the 3D data are likewise close in the resulting 1D ordering. We draw sample pairs from the similarity matrix on a sampling basis. That is, we only compute a certain percentage of sample pairs and the values for the rest of the pairs are interpolated. For each pair of samples I and j, we compute their correlation volume similarity by using a combination of two metrics. The Jensen-Shannon divergence is for global histogram-wise evaluation, and the root mean square error is for local voxel-wise evaluation. We store the similarity value in the matrix. The resulting matrix is symmetric. Here we show the progressive computation of the similarity matrix. With our sampling strategy, we sample more from regions of dissimilar pairs and less from regions of similar pairs. This visualization allows us to intuitively observe the iterative process and provides feedback as to when the sampling and calculation can be stopped. After computing the similarity matrix, we use k-means to classify the samples. The input to the k-means clustering is all samples, each containing a 1D vector of similarity values with respect to all other samples. At runtime, the user picks the number of clusters, or our algorithm can automatically determine the optimal number of clusters. The output is the classification of all samples. To visualize the classification results in a less cluttered way, we present the slice view as shown here. In this example, we compute the salinity self-correlation for 20 time steps. A total of 5 clusters is generated. In addition to the slice view, we also provide a 2D fan view in order to display all clusters. In this view, the arc follows the space-filling curve traversal order of all samples from one end to the other, and the radius indicates the depth axis. This fan view can also serve as a user interface for easy sample selection. In this example, we show the temperature self-correlation classification result. Note that samples A and B are drawn from the same cluster, their corresponding correlation volumes being similar. Samples C and D are drawn from different clusters, their corresponding correlation volumes being dissimilar. This static clustering result thus gives us a meaningful overview of correlation relations with respect to various sample locations. We believe that our sampling-based approach can be applied to other scientific fields where correlation study plays an important role in the analysis and discovery process.